On air, online, on demand. Watch AFR when you want, where you want with CN8, the Comcast network.
Outrage continues to pour in over a highly controversial Japanese cell phone commercial that features Barack Obama apparently as a monkey. In the commercial, there's a rally, and at the rally, it's being led by the company's mascot, a monkey. As correspondent Kyung La now reports from Tokyo, the company says they didn't know it would be offensive.
The mobile phone commercial begins with a crowd rallying behind an inspirational speaker. Supporters hold signs that read, "Change." The company, E-Mobile, says it's a nod at the worldwide popularity of U.S. presidential candidate Barack Obama. But here's the problem. The speaker at the podium is a monkey.
Just made me go, oh, come on, guys, come on.
And that has
This group of mostly African Americans who live in Japan could not believe what they were seeing on Japanese TV.
I don't think that anybody who deals on a world level doesn't understand the correlation between monkeys and black men, how they've been used historically as a symbol to dehumanize it, as we are subhuman people.
They were totally inconsiderate of the cross-cultural faux pas that it represented.
People's minds should be more open as world citizens.
The ad has outraged this group and people in cyberspace. Charges of a racist Japan dehumanizing a U.S. presidential hopeful.
You trying to tell me nobody between its inception and the result said, whoa, 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 hey, guys.
Not really, actually, to be honest, at that time. But now, of course, we know. For that,
the president of E-Mobile insists the firm simply had no idea. He points out the company's mascot is a monkey, an animal revered in Japan and used in previous E-Mobile ads.
when they saw the idea the first time, it's like, hey, this is actually, you're copying this idea from the presidential election in the U.S. And they said, yes, but you know what? But that's how you make a presentation, how you make, an impact. So we thought it was quite interesting.
We wondered if Tokyo commuters would find it interesting. Some thought it was cute, but none made a connection to the U.S. presidential candidate. Obama-san?
Obama-san.
But they should get it, says Temple University's Director of Asian Studies.
Cluelessness really isn't an excuse. Really, Japan has to understand the public discourse here is not just a domestic discourse, it's international discourse.
There's not a lot of diversity here in Japan. 98.6% of the people who live here are ethnically Japanese. The cell phone company says it's received no complaints from Japanese customers, but has still pulled the ad after a complaint from the group in our story and a call from CNN.
For one Japanese company, a crash course in cultural sensitivity as a possible world leader breaks barriers on a national and global scale. Kyung La, Tokyo.
All right, joining me now from Washington is our Washington Bureau Chief, Robert Trainum. And Robert, good to see you.
Good to see you, Art.
I see you've got that uneasy look on your face as you watched that commercial. What were your thoughts on that?
I have two thoughts. At first blush, as an African-American, obviously, I was a little bit disturbed to see that. I mean, there's no question about it that anytime you have any type of animal up there that is in some way, shape, or form in the position of a presidential candidate, and it's obviously there's no secret that we obviously have a major presidential contender, Barack Obama, who's African-American. It does send a little bit of chills down your spine. Yeah. However, doing a little bit of homework before the show, Art, as the correspondent said, the monkey is revered in Japan. You have to take them at their word that they certainly did not mean any offense to this. And as the correspondent also said in the report, that the monkey has been in several ads even previous to this. But to put the change thing, to put the monkey in front of a lectern and a podium, it's a bit of a stretch there.
And I'm with you on that completely in the regard that, yeah, sure, cultural faux pas happen, and there's actually a long history of some real big ones that have happened and played out throughout the course of time, where people say they just had no idea that one thing in one country meant something completely different in another. And so you have this political ad. Well, it's not even a political ad. It's an ad for a cell phone company. But who was this ad for? Why would a company in Japan try to portray an American political scene?
Well, you know, it's interesting. You can make the argument that they were trying to be creative and very cute with the kind of limbo, so to speak, simply because it is a cell phone ad. It was only aired in Tokyo, I believe, not even all over Japan, but just specifically in Tokyo. And specifically, this is apparently Senator Obama is revered over in Japan, and so they were trying to kind of marry, if you will, the whole message of change in saying you need to change your cell phone plan. You need to come to whatever the ad was specifically for.
Right, and I love the comment from the Temple University professor who's in Tokyo who said cluelessness is no excuse, and that is absolutely right. And it also points out the bigger case of why diversity is so important, not only for a company putting out a commercial, but in businesses all over the world. You've got to have varying viewpoints in the room, because just as the one guy in that focus group said, somebody should have been in there to say, hey, wait a minute, this just simply will not work.
Well, you know, that's a very good point. And, you know, I did a little bit of ads a long time ago, and sitting in the room, you typically have an ads ethics person, like someone that's in the room that is completely objective, that looks at every single shot, looks at every single screenshot, reads the script over and over and over again, and translates that to make sure that there's nothing in there that would offend anyone. And so you would think that they would have done something like this, especially given the fact that they have the change messages in there, because obviously it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that that was supposed to emulate a Barack Obama campaign rally.
Yeah, you know, you don't think we have any political operatives who are working undercover in Japan trying to sabotage the Democrats and the Barack Obama campaign, do you?
Well, if in fact that's the case, they need to be fired. They need to be put into a cell, you know, and the key needs to be locked away.
Yeah, well, I suppose, as we said, they've pulled the commercial, and good thing. And if nothing else, it's been an education for some of the people in Japan that regarding animals portraying people, particularly monkeys and African Americans, is not a good thing. And next time, get some diversified viewpoints in there so they can tell you better, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Robert, thanks. Always a pleasure, and we'll see you again along the political campaign trail.
Take care.
It's been a long one, hasn't it?
It's been a long couple of months. It's going to get even longer over the next 4 to 5 months.
Oh, it's about to get hot. We'll be talking a lot. We'll see you.
Thanks, Art.
Okay, see you later now. All right. Okay. We want to hear from you on this. You know, we always open up the e-file. Here's just an opportunity to do that. Do you believe that this was just an honest misunderstanding? The company had no idea that this would be offensive. Do you believe that? Do you buy it? Email me. Give me your thoughts. cn8.tv/AFR. I'll get it on the air for you, okay?